So hello again. So we come to the last part of Scarlet Pimpernel. So here we find that Chauvelin uses Margaret's deep love for her brother to blackmail her. And after he discovers that Armand is in league with the Scarlet Pimpernel and a traitor to France, convinces her to help him identify the Scarlet Pimpernel in exchange for Armand's life. Why? Because he had supported Scarlet Pimpernel. Okay, that means he is against France. So he would be considered as traitor. As a result, he would be put into the guillotine. So, in order to save her brother, Margaret had no other choice. She had to help Chauvelin. But you know that later, okay, next morning, you can see that Percy had left early to Paris, and she surveys the library of Percy, and she's shocked because she finds the room filled with maps and books, and she understands that this room cannot belong to a man who is fool and dull-headed. It must be a room of somebody who is very intelligent and prudent. He has some big plan. So now she realizes that all these days Percy was making a pose. Okay, he was giving an impression as if he was a fool, but he is the most intelligent person over not only in England but even in France, okay, Paris. Now, what does Margaret do? Margaret soon realizes that her husband, Sir Percy, is the Scarlet Pimpernel, and now his life is in danger. So, she risks her own life and travels all the way to France to try to save him. Margaret considers her betrayal of the Scarlet Pimpernel truly base and feels she must atone for her sin. So what she decides? Okay, life or death, somehow she should warn, okay, caution Percy Blakeney. So by helping Chauvelin, Margaret abandons her moral when they become inconvenient. And now she would like to go to Paris. Hence, she persuades Sir Andrew Fawkes, he is one of the League member, to accompany her. But because of the tide and the weather, neither they nor Chauvelin can leave immediately. Now, somehow they reach Paris and they get into the inn at Calais, okay, at Paris. And this is the place where generally Percy Blakeney used to stay, okay. So, and here you can see that this inn is quite different from the Fisherman's Rest, which is beautifully furnished, okay. The innkeeper is a man of knowledge, okay, and people have a decorum, a mannerism, right, and charm, which is not here. Here the place is very dirty. The table, the chair, they are broken, and the innkeeper himself looks so dirty, okay, in tattered, rugged dress, okay. So, of course, Margaret, when she sees all these things, she feels very uncomfortable, but she had no other way. Somehow, all that was in her mind is to caution her husband, okay, either to save his life or to die with him. So now what happens? Andrew asks her to stay in the upstairs in the attic, okay, till he returns, because he goes to find Percy, okay. Suppose if he can find on the way, he can warn him. So let's see, in this scene something happens by which Lady Blakeney, she is just startled, okay, so surprised as she witnesses, okay, the smartness of her husband. So at Calais, the inn at Paris, where for the first time she witnesses her husband's remarkable intelligence. Despite Chauvelin's best efforts, the Englishman manages to escape by offering Chauvelin a pinch of snuff, which turns out to be pure pepper. So you know what happens when you inhale pepper, okay? And through a bold plan executed right under Chauvelin's nose, Percy escapes the place. Further, we see that Again, through his very intelligent plan, he rescues Margaret's brother Amman and Committee de Tournay, who were hiding themselves in Pierre Blancard's hut. Okay, and even there, this Margaret, she was following the cart. Okay, she also go till the Pierre Blancard's hut, but finally she is found by Chauvelin. And but at one point of time, she hears the sound of the poetry or the song generally sung by Percy. Okay, she realizes that Percy has come, and she understands that their life is in danger. So as I told you, life or death doesn't matter. Some or the other way, she has to warn Percy. So in spite of all the dangers, she rushes to the near the hut and she bangs the hut and says, "Your leader is in trouble, escape." And finally you can see that through her bold action, okay, all the three escape. Okay, who? Committee de Tournay, Amman, even Percy. Okay, some or the other way, Margaret had been the source for everybody's escape. And Percy was also there, and actually he disguised himself in the name of Reuben, okay, as an old man, and Chauvelin could never find out, okay, that it is Percy Blakeney. And finally, however, all the issue is solved. These people, when they go and they search the hut, they find there is nobody, so they go to the harbor to find him. And finally, Lady Margaret and Scarlet Pimpernel is left alone, and they are reconciled. They are united now. They forgive each other, and Percy, he apologizes for not trusting Margaret, and in turn, Margaret apologizes for delaying in revealing the truth about Saint Cyr. So anyhow, everything had a very beautiful end. So with Margaret's love and courage amply proved, Percy's adoration is rekindled. Now they are safely back on board their schooner, the Daydream. Thus, the happily reconciled couple returns to England, and after returning to England, Sir Andrew marries the Count's daughter, Suzanne. So, this how the story comes to an end. So the story ends with happy reunion of the families. Okay, and it speaks volumes about the braverism of Percy Blakeney, and above all, it speaks about loyalty. Okay, so this is the end of the story. Thank you.